Hello, everyone, and welcome to Same Cast Different Day podcast. Season 4 starts right now. Welcome to Same Cast Different Day podcast. I am the host, Martoro, and thank you all for listening and tuning into this episode. And for you people who've been listening to the podcast over the course since season 1, since the podcast started, the podcast is now officially on YouTube. So you can watch the video versions on YouTube starting with season 3. It's available because we wasn't doing video for seasons 1 and 2, but season 3 is available on video right now to go and stream over on YouTube. Just search Same Cast Different Day podcast. And I hope you all enjoyed that. Well, I enjoyed my little break from podcasting because I believe while you guys were listening to the last 3 episodes of the podcast before season 3 ended, those was already pre-taped, so we had a little bit of a time off to adjust and get ready for season 4 of the podcast. I should probably move. That sounds better to you guys. I don't know what sounds better. Let's fix these volume levels and turn this up. I don't know. Let's just hope that this works. But anyways, so there's a little bit of changes going on. One of the things is we switched distributors, so we are no longer with Spreaker. We moved over to Anchor.fm, who was our new distributor for the podcast. If you guys want to support the podcast, there is a link, I believe, in the bio or description of the podcast, a link to support the podcast any way that you can. So I'm so sorry about that. A voice cracked. Um, getting ready for season 4. There was so many changes we had to go through. So with Spreaker, I was paying for Spreaker to distribute the podcast, and due to we had to cut costs, so had to move over to Anchor, which is free. And in that process, the reason why you guys probably see that it is show that 72 to 70 some, I think 72 episodes were uploaded on the same day or within a matter of 2 days is because for some reason the whole entire catalog of episodes got wiped out from streaming services. So I had to go through with Spreaker again and upload all those episodes. So thank God I was able to back those episodes up. Spreaker was only allowing me to keep 5 hours of the podcast. So, which is why I had to go back in and re-upload the whole entire catalog of the podcast. So it is available to stream out there. Um, so yeah, so that's what happened during the the transition. It was very stressful trying to get all that up, but it all worked out, and here we're here for season 4. So once again, thank you all for tuning in and listening for season 4 of Same Cast Different Day podcast. So to start things off, I have a little bit of a tangent. I told you guys at the end on the season 3 finale that I was going to start having like it's called Martel's tangent or wherever you want to call it on the podcast. So my tangent is actually just happened today. One of those things is, so I did a curbside order for Walmart, and when I got there, people parked in the curbside parking. So when you go there to go pick up your items and actually what spot that you're in, you can't tell them what spot that you're in because there's no spot for you to park in. And I was so pissed off about that. And so then I called into the store. I'm like, hey, I'm here to pick up my curbside order. I'm parked next to where you return the shopping cart set. And they kept asking me where was I parked at. And I kept telling them, like, hey, there's nowhere for me to park in curbside because everybody that's parked in curbside parking was inside the store shopping. Them parking spots are not meant for you guys. So I'm steady going back and forth with them to be able to get my items. So I was getting pissed and pissed and pissed. I'm more pissed at this moment. And then people are even so bold that they even parked in the spots that were labeled for police law enforcement only. So these people are very bold for some reason in parking in these spots, and it really pissed me off. that I had to go back and forth with the Walmart associate people about where I was located in the parking lot because all these people parked in the curbside parking spot. And which you would think that they have like an Walmart employee or somebody out there managing these spots to make sure people are not parking in these parking spots, and they don't, which is not fair to us curbside people who just want to come pick up our stuff and go. Not very fair to us after whatever. So that's my little tangent for this episode. Moving along, the Emmys was this past weekend, and I have to say I did not watch the Emmys. I went back and watched the highlights of the Emmys, and a little bit because they keep on saying that the numbers were up compared to last year, like up 23% compared to last year. I know Seth Rogen, he made a complaint that they were lied to, and they were lied to, and there were no COVID. I guess the right COVID precautions was taken. Um, he said that nobody was wearing masks. I think his biggest issue is that nobody was wearing masks, and they were told that that it was going to be an outdoor event, and it was enclosed inside of this tent like thing, which he wasn't very happy about. So, according to the LA Health Department or the California Health Department, they said that I believe TV shows, TV productions, movies, music productions, basically anything that's going to be recorded for TV or whatever, doesn't have to. I guess it has to only meet a certain criteria for COVID precautions, and you don't really have to wear masks because everybody there is considered performers, so they don't have to wear masks. The Emmys were saying that a lot of their staff were either fully vaccinated or tested. They all got tested for COVID, and they all had to have a negative COVID test within 48 hours. All the participants there were either fully vaccinated, or they did a COVID test, which had to be done 48 hours in advance before the Emmys. And in order to attend the event, it had to be within 48 hours of the Emmy event, which they said everybody did. By the way, merch is now available. This is one of the same cast, different day. Besides over here, this is one of the same cast, different day podcast shirts that's now available to buy. You can head over to cafepress.com/scdd podcast to shop your podcast gear. For you listeners, you just got the website, which is cafepress.com/same cast, different day podcast for all your podcast merch. But yeah, so according to the health department, the Emmys follow all the proper COVID precautions, and the Emmys were saying that the tables were 6 feet apart, which I can't really tell, especially from the pictures. It just looked like a very jammed and like just so many people. It looked like people on top of people there from the pictures that I've seen. So I'm like, I'm kind of with Steph on that, but at the same time, like, how many people are really following COVID precautions at this point? One thing I can say that I'm really sick of at this point, I'm sick of wearing masks. Like, I work in a healthcare building, and I really wish people just get vaccinated and do what we need to do to get over this COVID stuff and stop wearing these masks. Like, it is hell wearing a mask for 8 hours a day. It is, oh my God, I cannot wait for the day where COVID will be a thing of the past and things are really and truly back to normal, and we don't have to worry about all these COVID issues and really wearing the mask. I'm so sick of the mask. But anyways, back to the Emmy. So Anthony Anderson was up for a nomination, I believe, for best lead role in a comedy or something like that, and he lost again for the seventh time in a row or something like that. Or since 2015, he's been nominated every year since 2015 and have not won. And a lot of people are saying about the Emmys is that how can I put it? It was washed out. I don't know how you put it, because a lot of people were saying that no people of color when it came to acting won an Emmy. And I guess the Emmy's like, well, we give them like awards in other categories. Why does it matter? Type stuff. I don't know what their story is. They haven't really came out and said anything about it on their part. But when it came with no black actor or actress won an Emmy, over the weekend for acting, which I did not know that, which I find very crazy. That actually happened. Emmys, what are you guys doing? We need to bring this to the world's attention here. That you guys are not, or you guys are just refuse to recognize, African American actors and actresses. Like, what's going on there, Emmys? I'm just saying. It seems like the only person y'all willing to give an Emmy to is RuPaul, and I guess it's just because RuPaul is, that. Oh, sorry, that's from one of them damn TikTok videos. They be playing that song. They be like, but it seems like the only people you giving, the Emmy to is RuPaul, and I don't know if you guys are doing it just because he's gay. I don't know Emmys, but y'all need to do something. Hopefully, one day I win one. But yeah, what a mess that was. I I have a correction here. Um, I just checked on my phone, and they referred to the Emmys as blackwash, is what they called it, because not one actor or actress won an Emmy for acting. Also, Sex and the City, just a move along. Sorry for the weird transition, everybody. Sex and the City star Willie Grayson passed away as of this recording today, uh September 21st. At age 57, and Willie Grayson was known for his role on Sex and the City. I don't know if anybody ever watched that TV show. It was the episodes that I did see. It was great and it's enjoyable, and I will recommend for people to watch it. I actually preferred the movies. I seen, believe, Sex and the City 1 and 2. I think they did 2 movies. I really enjoyed those movies, and it's a much watch. And yeah, rest in peace. Also, Friday star Anthony Johnson, aka AJ Johnson. He was known for his role as Ezell in Friday, and he also played in the movie Players Club. He passed away at age 55. Also, another legend passed away. Sarah Dash, who sang with Patti LaBelle in the group The LaBelles, passed away at age 76 years old. So many good people is leaving us. It's crazy. May all rest in peace. So, because I'm recording this episode on the same day, I want to keep this episode short. This season premiere. Hopefully, you guys like this episode, and you'll be back for more. Tune in to more Same Cast Different Day podcast with more of my shenanigans, of course. And make sure y'all keep those make sure you keep those wine glasses handy, because this is a wine podcast and I love my wine. I didn't have any wine today, but I will make sure for Thursday's episode, because we're doing 2 episodes a week now. Hopefully my co-host Claire will be available, be back to do that. So Thursday, the next episode will come out. So yeah, make sure you have your wine glasses ready, because I will be ready. And yeah. So anyways, thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Same Cast Different Day podcast. You can find me, Martell Roland, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Martell Roland. And don't forget, you can find the podcast on Facebook and Instagram. On Facebook, it's just Same Cast Different Day podcast. And on Instagram, it's Same Cast DFNT Day podcast, I believe. Oh, I'm getting old. On Instagram. Once again, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Same Cast Different Day podcast. And I will see you on the next episode.